Hallelujah, holla back. I'm Zach.
My name Bryce.
Together we're Festivyl, and this is Festivyl Unfiltered.
Let's get it.
Why are we sitting on the ground?
We are on the ground, huh? This episode's about the song Hoop Yoga Flow.
Yeah.
And we're talking a lot about yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to get in that element and be on the ground, be grounded.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of yoga, not a lot, like all yoga you do, with just kind of yourself and just a mat between you and the earth. And
Yep. Feel the energy from the ground.
Yeah, so we're doing this episode on the ground with our feet out for y'all because we know how much y'all love that.
Except I can't sit down here too long. My back's are...
Yeah.
I'm still working on that.
Ooh, look what you started. Festivyl, your new fave artist.
Let's hear the story about you sleeping under the bridge.
Yeah, it's a funny story. So 2022, a good friend of mine, Bo, shout out Bo, we love Bo. He invited me to, he was doing an event in New York. This is his first time doing an event, and it was like a warehouse party, and he wanted me to come out there and perform. And at that time, I was just saying yes to anything, like any opportunity, any
Show.
yeah, anything someone invited me to do. When whether it was music, I just said yes, and he was like, "I'll pay for your flight. You just have to take care of everything else." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got that. I can do that." And so, get to New York. I had enough money for like my first 2 nights there, so I stayed at the Pods in Brooklyn.
What's a pod?
It's basically like a high end
Hostel?
Yeah, it's basically like a high-end hostel in Brooklyn. Like you sleep in these like
a
pod
hostel apartment.
rooms. You have a bed. There's a bathroom in there, but they're tiny.
Yeah.
So I had enough money for that, and I was doing everything by myself. I was figuring out where the venue was and how I was gonna get there, where I was gonna sleep, and then I get to the venue and I do like the sound check all by myself. Like I'm basically like controlling the audio and then trying to make sure that my microphone works. And the party's going on. And mind you, like I kind of quickly realized like this is not my scene to be performing at. Like it just like my vibe and music was not the right fit, but gotta do what you gotta do. And the playback is not working.
Like,
so
what's the playback?
The playback is like the audio, the sound that's like going on at this party. And it's a circuit party. Everyone's just like basically like high and shirtless and like trying to help me figure it out.
I didn't know it was a circuit party.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
I mean, it was a warehouse like circuit party. Finally, the music starts working. I grab the mic. I bomb it. Like it just was bad. Everyone was
You just had too many thoughts going on in your head from...
Too many thoughts. Everyone was like, why is he singing?
Why is he here
right now?
Where's the DJ?
Why is he here? Yeah. They like cut the music in the middle of the party. So I finished that and I was just crushed and I didn't have any more money for a place to stay. And so I'm walking around Brooklyn. I'm like with tears in my eyes and I'm just like listening to music, just walking around, which I can survive like that. All I need is a yoga class and my headphones and a basketball and hoop yoga flow. Like, but I didn't have anywhere to stay and I didn't have any money. And I slept underneath, like in Brooklyn, underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. Just
that little park.
Yeah. And it was my first time like really being like, oh, I'm really in this. I'm really out here trying to do this. Like there's no, like it's kind of like in the hero's journey where like all is lost, where you're just like, I don't know what to do. And I remember I sent you a text and I was like, I'm never traveling and I'm never performing without you ever again. And do you remember what you responded?
I was like, you need me there?
I was like, yes. And then so I had one more night in New York. I go back to the Pod and there's this like super cool black dude at the front desk. And I had spent the whole day. I went to a yoga class because I would do like the free day and like 3 week trials. So like I was able to like do a yoga class, and then it got to like dark again. I was like, fuck, am I gonna have to sleep under this bridge again? And I was like, man, I'm about to just try to sneak in to the hotel
Stay in
pod
the lobby.
And I'd go up to the front desk guy, black dude, and I was like, hey, bro, I ain't got nowhere to sleep. Can I sleep on these couches upstairs in the game room?
Yeah.
And he was like, what? I was like, he's like, you for real? I'm like, bro, I'm so serious. He was like, all right, man, but just sleep upright, because if they see you spread out there, I'm gonna get in trouble. But if you just sitting there and got your head back, it'll be fine. I look him in his eye and I was like, that's God. And he's like, that's God. And he got me up. And I slept up there. It was such a pivotal moment, because one thing I learned was like in the beginning, you're gonna have to go alone. Mm-hmm. Like, I was setting up the sessions, I was writing the songs, I was arranging the songs, I was finding performances, I was like
helping edit the song.
I was helping edit the songs. I was trying to like edit content to put out with the song. I was trying to sell merch by myself at shows, after the shows. You know, like it was just like all these things that I've learned that you have to do, because that's the only way you're going to get other people excited to work and help, if you give them something to believe in. Mm-hmm. And my mom, she always, every night when she put us to bed, she would always say, like, if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Like every night she would just like basically brainwash that inside of me, which I think in retrospect now, she was like, I wish I never told that boy that, because he be out here doing it. Like, look, you be believing too much, but slow down. And I credit yoga for
getting you in that space.
Yeah. And I would not be a creative or anywhere I am right now without yoga. It's just the truth. I suffered from like severe ADHD that went like untreated forever. And I realized yoga allowed me to focus in a way that I had never been able to do before, because it forces you in like these poses and you have to think on one thing, like look at this and like lift your leg and balance. And balance takes a lot of focus. So when I got into yoga, I was able to set a destination and actually achieve it, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to write this song and I'm going to set this session up and I'm going to be locked in on this.
Because you like cleared your mind.
Yeah.
From everything else I was going through there, and help you just focus just on that one thing.
Yeah. And I'm able to do that with a song. I'm able to do that with an idea. And it helps me like see ideas through in a way that I never was capable.
I love that. We haven't traveled without each other since then.
Yeah.
But I think it was before you went to New York. Mm-hmm. I went on that trip with some guys I barely knew to Colombia.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a similar experience. All these guys were just going there to literally hook up with hookers off of Tinder.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to like go out and explore Colombia or anything. And I was like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. They had like girls set up for every day we were there. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is stupid. This isn't a trip.
Yeah.
Let's go to a brothel or something. What the And I remember I texted you too. I was like, I'm never traveling
without
you again.
Yeah.
This is dumb. But
what's your experience and journey with yoga?
For me, what yoga did is, everyone thinks when they see videos of me on TikTok, like, why is he walking like an old man?
Yeah.
And I'm always tight and sore. Like my lower back has always been tight. My hip flexors super tight. I can't even sit. I can barely sit like this. You can do it.
Look. Boom. Let's see how long we can do it.
And that's why we're sitting on the ground, because this episode's about yoga.
Mm-hmm. Grounding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I can't sit like this for too long. My lower back, my hip flexors start raising my knees up. Mm-hmm. But
they're a lot better than what they used to be before you got into yoga.
A lot better.
And I remember when I first started to cut you off, like introduced the idea, I was like, you should do yoga. And you're like, I can't, my hip flexors or something. I was like, that's why you need to do yoga. Like, and you're like, no, it's not gonna work. I'm like, I'm telling you, like, this is what can help all that tightness and like alignment and strengthen in areas that you didn't even know needed to be strengthened.
And then that first class you took me to, and I was just sitting there like trying to talk to you the whole time. You're like, shut up.
It wasn't like a shut up. It was like, this is going completely against like what the idea of yoga is about, like going inward and containing your thoughts. So I was aware of it being your first time, but I also was like, stop talking. Like, I'm trying to get into my zone, and you need to be getting into your zone. Yeah. I remember the first class we ever did was at Fitness 19. And it was, I remember when I was new to it, and I remember how uncomfortable some positions felt for me, because it felt like
vulnerable,
so vulnerable.
Yeah.
And for lack of better terms, like girly in a sense. Like, I ain't supposed to be doing all this like stuff with my body.
Downward dog.
Yeah, you just got my booty tooted up in the air. But afterwards, just feeling like so much lighter. After
a while, doing it consistently, and after class, like walking back to the car, I'm like, oh shit, my legs feel great. I'm not walking like an old man. My hip flexors feel loose, and I just kept wanting to do it. Yeah, because of how much better my body was feeling.
Yeah, I remember not feeling good in my body. And that was like something that like carried on for so long that I thought it was normal of the way I was feeling in my body, of like, oh, this is just how you feel. Like, everything hurts.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like after a soccer game or something, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to feel sore. I just ran.
Yeah. And then over time, getting addicted to the feeling of good.
Yeah.
And presence and mental clarity, and also had like terrible anxiety that I wasn't really aware of until spending time in yoga. I found myself having less and less anxiety.
Same. So yeah, the whole just sitting there clearing my mind. I get out and I can't even remember what I was thinking about before I went into class.
It allowed me to forgive, because one thing yoga does is you're just like, it's not that deep. You finish up, you're like, I ain't tripping, it's not that deep. And when I was able to like forgive myself from a bunch of shit that was holding me back, I was able to give grace to other people of like, oh, you ain't even doing yoga. Yeah. I can't even imagine what you might be carrying. So yeah, and it feels like it's been my kind of like church. Like, you go there and the teacher just has like a great message for you, and
everyone's so positive.
You're in a community of people that
are trying to heal.
Yeah. My favorite teacher would be Moses. He was just so, I think he was very helpful for you, because prior to him, we only had all like female teachers.
Yeah.
But Moses is this 6'5", just beautiful chocolate man, just like a, you know what I'm saying? And like his approach to it is like, he's hard on you.
Yeah.
I dealt with a lot of like what I needed at a time, like loving energy, and loved on me. And Moses was like, I'm finna love on you. Let's get it. This done. Does it hurt? Did it? Like in
it's
the
supposed to hurt.
Yeah, and there's different teachers.
Yeah.
Like there's different approaches for teachers. And every time after class, he was like, how's that medicine?
Yeah.
And I was like, I love you, Moses. So shout out to Moses. He just opened up his studio in Oakland, which I hope is going well. Yoga is challenging. And one thing that it like trained my mind and body is like understanding like I can do hard things. So in the beginning, it's very easy to like give up in yoga, because you're like, this is too hard. Yeah. I'm never going to be able to. You look at someone in class, you're like, I'm never going to be able to do that. There's Especially no way.
When it's like hot yoga. It's like 100 degrees in there and you're sweating. You're like, what the hell? I can't even breathe.
Yeah. And one thing it's taught me is just keep showing up. And if you keep showing up, you have to get better.
Yeah.
And when you start seeing like real time, like, oh shit, my leg, it could get a little longer than it used to last time. Like, oh, my handstand can last a little longer. Like, it teaches you the whole concept and idea of growth. Give that shout out to the yogis.
A lot of the teachers help too.
Teachers are great.
Didn't you had some pretty solid teachers in LA when you were
I
down
did.
there?
I've had some amazing, like, diverse teachers, whether they're like male teachers, female teachers, like diverse backgrounds. And they all have a common goal usually, which is to like support and help. And they always like reinforce that, like, this is your body. Do what makes your body feel good. Hip flexors getting a little flexible, huh?
Yeah, they improve it.
Should we put them to the test and see?
Put them to the test.
I mean, let's see.
You wanna try it,
I
boss?
know what your hip flexors used to be.
All right.
I never realized before yoga, like, I just never paid attention to my breath.
Yeah, neither really.
So you just like go on for so much life not recognizing just like how important breathing is and how much we take it for granted.
Yeah.
And then the lions roar.
Ooh. And then doing this with the whole community yoga class.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, speaking community, did you ever meet some famous people in LA in some of your yoga classes?
Famous? I met a lot of cool people. Bryce Vine was a really cool like artist that I met. Yeah, you're the next Drew Barry, and I want more. He came up to me after class and was just like, "You an artist, huh?" I'm like, "Who are you? Like, what do you do?" He's like, "I could tell by your energy. Like, do you write your own music?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Send me some." Sent him some music, and then the rest was history. We did a song together.
Oh, I love that.
I feel like that only happens in like a yoga studio, like that environment. Yeah, let's see what the happy baby. This is my favorite pose. Okay.
Working up a little sweat.
Yeah, we are working up a little sweat. You but you got me into yoga with weights.
Yoga Sculpt.
Yoga Sculpt. What do you like about Yoga Sculpt?
That is a workout and that we're building muscle, lifting weights at the same time as doing yoga.
Yeah.
And it's just fast paced. It's super hard and difficult, but it's only an hour long. And then once it's over, you're like, I did that.
That's definitely the most difficult yoga class I've taken.
It still feels like, you're putting on some muscle, but you're sculpting.
And still getting that stretch and alignment that we love.
But we like to do both. Like to do a yoga sculpt class one day and then a regular yoga class the next for stretching. And
yeah. Anytime I'm recording, I get back into just like my regular yoga class. That gives me that like calm, peace, decluttered mind that I need to get into when it's time to record and write music. It's one thing that's like a pet peeve of mine. Yoga teachers don't hate me. Can you please stop playing music with lyrics during Shavasana at the end? So at the end Shavasana, you're supposed to just
lay there and
be in your own head and your own thoughts. And then sometimes it'll be like this depressing song about some guy getting his heart broken. I'm like, that's not what I want to think about my Shavasana. But, I let teachers do their thing and have their own class. But that's just a low ask, please.
But then going back to just the music that they played during the yoga session.
Yeah.
And those like mom and pop shops, they play more of just
beats and binaural sounds and sound healing. Originally when I was just like only doing yoga and like at the mom and pop shops, and I was so like not playing in the matrix and wondering in business. Ultimately, I think of the business side of me for music was not doing well, but I made some of my best music because like I was just like completely, that's all I was. The artist side of me was like, I was so alive.
And one of the songs that came from that is
Flow. Yeah.
Hoop Yoga Flow.
So good, so low.
So let's get into the lyrics of that.
Yeah.
Kind of where you were when you wrote it. what was happening in your life?
I was solo. I was alone.
Yeah.
It was part of the journey when I was becoming kind of like my full self. I feel like for so long I was like always needed to be around people, and I had this whole idea of like wanting to be with the crew 24/7 and have a ton of friends. And I got into this routine of doing yoga class, going to play basketball, and writing a song every day. I talked about this before, for like 90 days. Mm-hmm. So the lyrics: hoop, yoga, flow, hoop, basketball. I would put myself through drills by myself,
shooting drills,
just shooting, and that combination got me centered into the present moment, which is considered flow state. Pain I felt, too long dwelt, cried out for help. Dreams I felt, heard but words nobody felt. Now do for self, so top shelf. Hoop yoga flow, so get solo. 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 I feel like I dwelt so much in bad moments prior to yoga. Mm-hmm. Like I would just be still and not try to like move my way outside of it and get back to a more healed, better version of me. And goes into the idea that I believe to do activities that get you into your body and out of your mind. And that's what yoga does for me. You're in these like uncomfortable at times positions that forces you to only think about one thing. Yeah. My leg is on fire right now. And the more you get into that of your body and out of just like being at home sitting and in your own head and thoughts, it helps with forward progress.
Yeah.
Down with my dog, God in my health. Life is a game, life to myself. Bet back, stack, whatever I'm dealt. I'm a kid again, badass, go get the belt. Yeah. Hoop yoga flow, so get solo. 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 Down with my dog, God in my health. Like downward dog, God in my health. Life is a game, life to myself. Like you got to play the game of life. And like I said in the beginning, you might be playing solo. So you got to figure out ways to throw yourself lives. I'm a kid again, badass, go get the belt. Like after yoga, like you feel like such a like playful kid. Mm-hmm. And that's the energy I like to try to keep myself in. Like I understand responsibilities and stuff, but the more you can just like play and you're getting back, I feel like back to like our true selves.
And you become a badass kid, so your parents need to go get the belt.
Woo!
Get that ass whooping.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever get whooped with a belt?
Yes.
Me too. That's why that's why we turned out all right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I used to get my ass. Mm-hmm. That's another episode because I don't know if that was right.
I had three brothers, I have three brothers, so we fight all the time and get my ass whooped.
Ain't nothing wrong with us. Just myself, I give my trust. Yeah. Nothing wrong with we. Just doing all right with me.
Spicy.
I'd rather vibe alone by myself than be in spaces and with people we just don't vibe and align with. I used to just like need and have to always be around people, and whether if it was even like detrimental to my life and experience and stuff. And I'm not like that anymore. I wish I would have.
It's just what like felt good at the time.
Yeah. It didn't even feel good at the time. It's just like what felt safe at the time.
Okay.
And now I've gotten better with like not needing that safety, like being okay to travel on my own and go to the movies by myself and go play basketball by myself. And I remember when I was doing this, I would always just like walk up to the park and go play basketball by myself, and people would be like, friends would see me walking, like, you just be walking everywhere, and that's like a Cardinal sit in LA, and they're like, what did you do? And you always just got your basketball walking. What you doing? I'm like, I was about to go play basketball. They're like, oh cool, who you about to go play with?
Nobody.
Oh, yeah. And I think that is helpful in the creative process, being able to like have space and be alone.
And now we play basketball together all the time.
We do. That's part of our routine.
Yoga flow.
We go get 100 shots up a day, go do yoga.
100 makes.
100 makes, you're right. And it's good little workout, cardio workout. Yeah, so that gives you a little backstory on flow. I did, and it was my first time doing a song fully a cappella.
Oh yeah, no beats.
Yeah, so the I did that with my voice because like I was trying to explain to the engineer of like what I wanted him to do on the guitar, and that's when I learned the difference between the engineer and a producer. So the engineer was like, dog, I'm not a producer. I don't make beats. I'm not about to play this guitar. So I did that whole song just like using my voice, and he put a couple like effects on my voice to like give some moments like bass and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Thank you.
I'm thinking
It's
stuck
maybe
in your head.
like re-releasing it for the project and actually putting music and the guitar with it. I think it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
You can just release a new version of it, not re-release it. You got the acapella version, and then you got the produced version.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Hoop Yoga Flow. That was probably like my 4th or 5th song I had ever written. And also my ego wasn't getting in the way at the beginning there too. Like my first songs I worked with one producer and they turned out well. And I was like, I had a big ego back then. And I was just like, I don't need him. I'm about to do this shit by myself. Watch, I got proof. No, I need him. Come back, Boy Blue. I miss you, Boy Blue. You did a lot of great music with me.
Ain't no elevating if you hate.
Ain't no elevating if you hate.
Who we shouting out this week, Z?
This week, let's give a shout out to all the dope yoga instructors that are out there, but then the ones that have, helped me on my journey. That would be John San Juan in LA, my first ever yoga teacher. You got RC. Ari is amazing. The whole Core Power and Moses.
Moses.
We love Moses. Moses he has a yoga studio out here in Oakland. Man, he's just such a amazing soul. He's been like on my yoga journey. He was my first like yoga teacher that looked like me, spoke like me, same energy. And I love like after every class, he would always hit you with the, how was that medicine for you? You know what I mean? Like he's just like a 6'5" specimen of a human, and just
beautiful black man.
Yeah, beautiful black man. I felt like so many of my yoga teachers, which amazing. I appreciate that. Like, they love on you, right? They give you so much like love and pour into you that way. Moses, the way that he pours into you with love is challenge. Like he really challenges you to like, get it in. Like when you do those one pose, you be like, change. So shout out to Moses, man.
Shout out Moses.
I know he's on his journey right now of starting that business that he has going on. I wish him nothing but success and love coming from our way. And we performed at his grand opening.
Oh, we did,
and
yeah.
We performed Flow.
We did.
So
and we wouldn't be able to do any of our yoga without these teachers. We wouldn't
true.
Be doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate them, taking the time to put those sessions together that we're allowed to go and attend. And
yeah, it's funny because a lot of yoga teachers, they would always tell me like, you be a good teacher. Like you should be a yoga teacher. I'm like, I need this. I need this way too much. Respectfully. That's why I'm just like grateful for them. They put their minds, bodies, and spirits on the line to help others. So
shout out the teachers.
Shout out all the yoga teachers.
Hoop Yoga Flow.
Okay, so
I bet I can hold a handstand longer than you.
You really think so?
Not really, but I like to try.
Hey, listen, we can do a little competition.
Little yoga competition.
Little yoga and see who could hold like a handstand the longest. What other poses could we do?
Chair pose or
chair pose.
One-legged mountain.
Okay.
I
like what happens if the person wins? What's the reward?
A paddle, booty paddle.
A booty paddle.
Like we're back in college? Goddamn. I'm down. Let's do it.
Let's get it.
All right.
All right, first challenge we got, handstand. Ready? 5, 4, give me some room, dog. 3, 2, 1. Don't cheat. My shoulder. Let's go. That's good, dude. All right. I got the first one. Second one. 3, 2, 1. Oh, shit. Damn it. 0 for 2. One more. You want to count down? No, you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! Okay. Okay. 2 to 1. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One leg balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. One leg.
Airplane?
Airplane. Full all out pose. Sit. Go. Oh. Warrior 3. So like our arms are better like this. Put your arm back a little bit. Look at yourself. You feel your arm. We did it. Bend that ass over.
Touch your toe.
Where can they find these episodes that we drop in the music and whatnot?
So yeah, stay connected. Watch all the episodes. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all under Festivyl, Festivyl, and you can check out the music as well on Spotify and Apple Music.
We appreciate you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for tuning in.
My name Bryce.
Spicy. Pain I felt, too long dwelt, cried out for help. Dreams I built, heard but words nobody felt. Now do for self, so top shelf.
Oh God, that was so good. I was literally in my mind. I was like, we should do like some D-roll, and then that happened.
You sound like